Do you have your address or the other house's address?
Right at 219 or 220 Satilla Drive.
And you said someone's breaking into it right now?
No, it's all open. It's under construction. And he's running right now. There he goes right now.
Okay, what is he doing?
He's running down the street. Oh,
okay.
Back into the
Okay, that's fine. I'll get them out there. I just need to know what he was doing wrong. Was he just on the premises and not supposed to be?
Stuff on it. And he's been caught on the camera a bunch before at night. It's kind of an ongoing thing out here. The man that's building the house has got heart issues. I think he's not going to finish it. So.
Okay, that's fine. And you said it was a male in a black t-shirt?
A white t-shirt. Black guy, white t-shirt. He's done running back into the neighborhood.
Okay, and...
My front yard.
And what was your name, sir? Okay, and your phone number? Okay, I'll go ahead and put it in and have somebody come out there and check it out, okay?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello. 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm out here at Satilla Shores. There's a black male running down the street.
Satilla, where at Satilla Shores?
I don't know what street we're on. Stop right there. Stop. Travis.
Sir, hello, sir. Sir, where you at? Hello? Hello?
Okay. All right. What up, family? So, I just wanted to share some information I came across concerning this Arbery case. So, we started off with the 911 call. So let me state this first. The second 911 call, I put that together. Well, I should say I edited that with the video that's out there because that appeared to be, in my opinion, how that synced up. But I think I'm gonna present enough points that may help support that or whatever. But so family, I wanted to start, like I said, with that those 911 calls and the time, just to kind of get a little timeline, as well as before going into the video, they got, I tried to zoom in and, see what I saw, slowed it down a little bit. Before going into that, I kind of wanted to share this police report so it would kind of help, preface what we're about to get into. So this police report, it was put out like soon after Mr. Arbery was killed. So, you can kind of see the names of the responding officers. And if it's something that you may happen to miss, don't worry, I'm going to put the link to the information that I gathered in the comment section. So, you'll be able to kind of check it for yourself and kind of tell me what you see. But what I see before all the way getting into this police report is, man, it appears those guys hunted him down, and I mean all three of them. And it appears also that the father and the son shot the young man. we'll check it out, and then, y'all just tell me what y'all see. So now on this police report that was filed, it was by I think the dude's name is, what's his name? Jay Brandenberry. So, like I said, just the list of the incidents as well as the witnesses. And as you see, we got a bunch of witnesses listed here, and then one named Larry English is listed as a victim. And so, Ahmaud Arbery is the other victim. So that instantly caught my eye, so I figured I'd look it up, and I'm gonna just share with y'all what I found real quick on Larry English. So Larry English turns out to be the guy that owns the property where Ahmaud Arbery was seen going into. And I attached this article as well, but a quote from Larry English, just to get this out the way, is he stated, "I've never had a police report or anything stolen from my property or any kind of robbery." So, he's saying it. You see what it say. So I'm gonna attach that in there so y'all can, whatever, check into that if y'all want to. But now, real, off of that, but back to this police report. So we see that there was a witness, a victim, and I guess because they tried to say his property was burglarized, but he's saying it wasn't. So, all right, you see the other witnesses listed here, and Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael, which is the father. So, and Brian R. Williams was another witness. So we get into him, and like I said, check the video. So, all right, now scrolling down on this police report, I'm gonna just jump into the narrative, and that was taken immediately after the shooting, and then as well as I'm gonna share that video that they got of him coming out of the house, so y'all can kind of take a look at that. I may put that at the end or something just for y'all to review, but it's kind of odd too. But okay, so it says this was taken by Jay Brandenberry, number 128, I guess is his badge number. It says on Sunday, February 23rd, 2020, I responded to the intersection of Satilla Drive and Holmes Drive in reference to shots fired. While en route, I was advised there were shots fired and the male on the ground bleeding out. A short time later, I was advised the male on the ground was deceased. Upon my arrival, I observed Officer Minshew, I guess his number is 184, setting up a perimeter. I began speaking with Gregory McMichael, who was a witness to the incident, the father. McMichael stated, there have been several break-ins in the neighborhood, and further, the suspect was caught on surveillance video. McMichael stated he was in his front yard and saw the suspect from the break-ins hauling ass down Satilla Drive toward Burford Drive. McMichael stated he then ran inside his house and called to Travis McMichael, his son, and said, "Travis, the guy is running down the street. Let's go." McMichael stated he went to his bedroom and grabbed his .357 Magnum, and Travis grabbed his shotgun because they didn't know if the male was armed or not. McMichael stated the other night they saw the same male and he stuck his hand down his pants, which led them to believe the male was armed. McMichael stated he and Travis got in the truck and drove down Satilla Drive towards Burford Drive. All right, now we're going to get to this. We're going to go to the Google Maps on this, and so y'all can see it, But McMichael stated that when they arrived at the intersection of Satilla Drive and Holmes Drive, they saw the unidentified male running down Buford Drive. McMichael then stated Travis drove down Buford and attempted to cut off the male. McMichael stated the unidentified male turned around and began running back the direction from which he came, and Roddy attempted to block him, which was unsuccessful. McMichael stated he then jumped into the bed of the truck and he and Travis continued to Holmes in an attempt to intercept him. So in that paragraph, this is the account the father is giving the officer, pretty much right after. So now he's saying that, as y'all heard, when he seen the unidentified male running down Buford or Burford, for some reason the wording, that's why I want to screen share this, I don't know why it's so, but I think what is being said is out besides what's being wrote. Now remember, it stated McMichael stated the unidentified male turned around and began running back in the direction from which he came, and Roddy attempted to block him, which was unsuccessful. So now it's stating that he went down Burford, and this guy, Brian Williams, tried to, or they call him Roddy, tried to block him, but he got around. So, all right, now let's get to this part so we can get to the video. All right. McMichael stated they saw the unidentified male and shouted, "Stop, stop, we want to talk to you." McMichael stated they pulled up beside the male and shouted, "Stop" again, at which time Travis exited the truck with the shotgun. McMichael stated that the unidentified male began to violently attack Travis, and the two men then started fighting over the shotgun, at which point Travis fired a shot, and then a second later there was a second shot. McMichael stated the male fell face down on the pavement with his hand under his body. McMichael stated he rolled the man over to see if the male had a weapon. I observed blood on McMichael's hands from rolling the unidentified male over. Photographs were taken of McMichael's hands and were uploaded to Spillman under property number 20-03176. Continues on, my Axon body camera was on while I was on scene, and the video has been uploaded into Spillman under property number 20-03179. Glenn County Coroner was notified, and Coroner Christy Rozier arrived on scene. Coroner Rozier pronounced time of death to be 1346, which we know is 1:46 p.m. Glenn County CID was called to the scene, and upon their arrival, the scene was turned over to them. All right, so, I just wanted to get that out the way because I think it's going to go into, the credibility of some of these people and their stories. It's on, it's on checkout, or it's not on checkout. So we're going to see. All right. Now, remember I said they had the list of witnesses, which y'all can see here, the addresses, the names, the race, and sex. So one thing that I did notice on this witness list, like I said, that Larry English, that stood out, but we find out now that they were saying he was a victim based on his property that is getting built was, I guess, presumed to be burglarized, but he said, he hadn't had any reports or anything missing off of the property. So, all right, boom, scratch that off of there. So we know who that is. So now we know that Travis McMichael, I believe that's the son, and that address is 230 Satilla Drive. And then we have a couple of more. We see it, William Bryant, and that's the individual who, I think y'all kind of know, or maybe not, but this is the one who videotaped that was following. So we see, got the other individual, Gregory McMichael. Another one, the victim, Ahmaud Arbery, and got another one here. His name is Diego Perez. All right, so one thing I also noticed about that real quick, family, is the witnesses, as you see, are all males and they're all white, except for Mr. Perez, which I believe race P would be Puerto Rican. So, getting down to the bottom of it, if it's relying on, I don't know, but I'm just pointing that out. All right, so, we see, or we just heard, the account that the dad gave to the officer immediately after. And so now, family, I think, okay, yeah, what would be important is, mind you, that this is the story that was initially stated. But by the time the district attorney got a hold of it and presented it to the, well, I don't know if he's a chief or a captain or whatever, this story kind of changed around. And I'm gonna just show you something real quick before, like I said, before we jump into this video, because I got it ready for y'all. But in this letter that this district attorney, he just stepped down from the case. But initially, when people like, well, why they didn't charge him or whatever? Why did it take so long? So let me just show y'all this real quick. In this letter, the district attorney Barnhill, he's writing it to Captain Tom Jump of Glenn County Police Department. In this letter, I'm gonna attach it so y'all can check it out. But he goes into explaining why he was stepping away from the case, and that the mother, she questioned, if he could do a proper job, because it seemed to be a conflict of interest because whatever the dude's name is, Travis's father or dad or whatever, the police, ex-police, that he had worked up under him. Greg Michael had worked up under this guy. So, all right, so anyway, he gives his little explanations. He tries to set them up in points, first, second, third, of why he didn't charge him. Like I said, I'm gonna attach it, but I just want to skip down here to his fifth point that he made. And so now, just listen to this, family, and then hopefully, you can. I'm gonna put it in with the video so y'all can just see how what his words said. I mean, how they kind of go with or without what we see. So, and then I think this is another reason. I don't know if the mother knew this or not or what, but this was, this is a great reason for her to complain and get dude up out of there, or say she thought it was gonna be some type of conflict of interest or whatever. But all right, so look, fifth, it says the video made by William Bryan clearly shows the shooting in real time. And then what I'm gonna do too on the Google, on the Google map, I'm gonna show y'all, kind of where everything is at, where they, in relation to the crime scene, the house. We don't look at that, but let me get through this real quick so y'all can kind of see what I saw, and then if I'm seeing something wrong or my conclusions is wrong, then y'all can let me know, because I guarantee if I say something that's incorrect, or don't make it a point to say I'm speculating or this is something I'm thinking, it'll be somebody in the comment section that's going to correct me. But all right, so it says the video made by William Bryan clearly shows the shooting in real time. From said video, it appears Ahmaud Arbery was running along the right side of the McMichael truck and abruptly turns 90 degrees to the left and attacks Travis McMichael, who was standing at the front left corner of the truck. A brief skirmish ensues in which it appears Arbery strikes McMichael and appears to grab the shotgun and pull it from McMichael. The first shot is through Arbery's right hand palm, which is consistent with him grabbing and pulling the shotgun at the barrel tip. The second and third wounds are consistent with the struggle for the shotgun as depicted in the video. The angle of the second shot with the rear of the buttstock being pushed away and down from the fight are also consistent with the upward angle of blood plume shown in the video, and that McMichael was attempting to push the gun away from Arbery while Arbery was pulling it towards himself. The third shot too appears to be in struggle over the gun. Now listen to this. The angle of the shots in the video show this was from the beginning or almost immediately became a fight over the shotgun. Given the fact that Arbery initiated the fight at the point Arbery grabbed the shotgun, under Georgia law, McMichael was allowed to use deadly force to protect himself. Just as importantly, while we know McMichael had his finger on the trigger, we do not know who caused the firings. Arbery would only had to pull the shotgun approximately 1/16 to 1/18 of 1 inch to fire the weapon himself, and in the height of an altercation, this is entirely possible. Arbery's mental health records and prior convictions help explain his apparent aggressive nature and his possible thought pattern to attack an armed man. So, all right, this is what the district attorney, wrote to this captain. So now in this, now family, like, one thing that stood out to me that is, I don't know, not right, or, maybe y'all won't see it the same way, but when he goes into explaining how the shots had occurred, okay, it says, the second and third wounds are consistent with the struggle for the shotgun as depicted in the video, and the angle of the second shot with the rear of the buttstock being pushed away and down from the fight are consistent with the upward angle of blood plume. Now, family, he's about to start trying to sound smart. And what he's doing is he laying the storyline for these jokers to follow. And I'm telling you, because now remember, immediately after the shooting, the responding officer had talked to the young McMichael. He had stated that, well, hold on, before I even go there, or no, better yet, he stated that there were 2 shots fired, and like within a second, here, I'll just show it over again because I think that's important. All right. Right here, it says, McMichael stated that the unidentified male began to violently attack Travis, and the 2 men then started fighting over the shotgun, at which point Travis fired a shot, and then a second later, there was a second shot. McMichael stated the male fell face down on the pavement with his hand under his body. McMichael stated he rolled the man over to see if the man had a weapon. All right, so y'all can hear that he's stating that there were 2, that he fired 2 shots in the struggle. But the video, I think, is going to clearly prove that it was 3 shots that was fired. And I think that in the video, it's going to clearly show that one of those 3 shots has a different sound, a wave pattern. I'm going to try to show that to y'all as well. But my point in this is that once the district attorney reviewed the video that we just now seeing on the day of he, instead of saying, leaving it at 2 shots, you know, he's letting it be known that it was 3 shots. So look, because we see the second and third wounds are consistent with the struggle for the shotgun. So, you know, now it's here. Okay, it's 3 shots instead of 2, instead of what, you know, he initially told the responding officer. All right, so now knowing that it was 3 shots, then the thought is that third shot came from the father while he was in the truck. That's my thought. Because if the son stated that he fired 2 shots, why wouldn't he state that he fired 3 shots? I mean, that's if he did it. So, all right, and I think, like I said, the video gonna show that. But so again, this district attorney, he came in there like really like trying to set it up, you know, for them to run up out of there, and they really probably felt like they was good because they all knew each other, and you know how they do. So all right, now what I want to show y'all is the locations and how this played out. Before showing y'all that, let me show y'all the video clip of, I guess, the location as well as let y'all hear the shots. All right, let's see if we can set this up. Okay, so what we'll do is, okay, yeah, let me let y'all listen, take a look at the shots, or listen to the shots. So, and so what I did with this is I slowed it down because, you know, with those on the news, you know, sometimes you'll miss things and everything kind of going on. It's drama oriented. We're trying to focus in, like, it's real easy to miss stuff. So, and then really trying to come up to really find out where this took place at. Like it was a little bit odd, and a little more difficult than I would have thought to find out, being they gave a location. But let me show y'all this real quick. Y'all see that right there. This is what allowed me to really zone in on where they was at. This mailbox right here. And then notice in the background, you see a fire hydrant here. And then behind the fire hydrant, you see this pavement. And this pavement is the street that the young man ran down. So, all right. So I'm showing y'all that. Just keep that in mind, and you know we're gonna get back to that. Whoops, let me get rid of this. All right. Clear electrons. Okay. So remember, like I said, I saw this post, these mailbox. So anyway, it'll get to the point. Okay. Now I'm gonna let y'all listen to this, and then I'm gonna let y'all, you know, I tried to zoom in because at one point it appeared like he was home, which I think he was, and that's why I queued it up like that. He sets it down and he grabs his 57 right there. Here's the other shot. And I took the zoom off of this because it was kind of out frame on this section, but I zoomed back in because they stated, like they said, the position of the gun, it was pointing upwards, and this, you know, That's the third shot. And notice how he turns, family. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Let me go back. But before I let that play, what I'm saying, what I saw, and if y'all don't see it, that's cool. But if y'all see it, let me know. That third shot didn't come from the shotgun because the shotgun was pointed downward after they got the wrestling. The third shot came from the 357 and it hit the young man in the side and it made him stumble to his left as if from the impact of the gunshot. And when I first heard it, I was like, damn, them was 3 shotguns. I feel that, like that was heavy. Like they sounded big. But then once I, kind of read into it, I'm like, well, hold on. He had a 357. And, anybody that's around guns, y'all know 357s, them sound heavy too. Like them ain't 22s popping. So then I was like, all right, well, let me just see if I can, get this wavelength. Because, it's always about math and numbers, like no matter what at the end of the day. So in saying that, I'm like, well, if that 357 was the last one fired, then that size of that signature, that wave or whatever, it should be smaller than the 12 or the shotgun. And so this what y'all seeing is the 3 shots, but it's at when I slowed it down, it's that audio. So like I said, now if we look at the size of the first shot, it sounded loud. It was, it was heavy. And the second one even heavier. And I also think the reason the difference in that is he might have been a tad bit closer, the person videotaping it, than he was when he was videotaping the first shot. But them guys, GBI or whoever, Georgia Bureau of Investigation, you would think like they could go through the same process. Like they'll be able to tell who fired what, and But I think going off of the initial interpretation by Barnhill was comfortable, and so But all right, look, y'all see it, now listen to it. That's kind of big. Like when I first heard it. Plus, I had on headphones, so it was, like, whoa, that's a big one. Now, here comes this third one. And they in about the same proximity. So if it was a shotgun, I think it would have hit a little harder. But I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Now, family, let's go to the Google Maps real quick. Once we get to this Google Maps so y'all can see where everything was located at. So, for those that don't know, Brunswick, Georgia, and where this incident happened isn't too far from the Florida-Georgia line. So we're gonna zoom all the way down there into Santilla Drive. Let's see if we can pull this off nice and fluently. All right. And then the reason why I got 222 Satilla Drive is because that's pretty much where the young man was seen going into that property. That's the address of it. So then y'all notice that I got 307 Burford Drive marked there. So, I'm gonna get to that too. Why I got that actually listed. But Okay, so family, let me just back up a little bit here. You kind of see this area. We seen where it's at in relationship to Florida, but you know, I see the water around it. It appears that it's pretty much, unless you're on a boat, 2 ways in and 2 ways out. Satilla Drive and Zellwood Drive. Now, I don't know which way the young man came into this complex, but it's a trap. Like it's a trap. But all right, so according to the 911 call, this is the house right here that is under construction. So according to the 911 caller, that appears to be right here. And I'm gonna show you the video for that. But you seen the young man go in, and then the young man takes off down this way, down Satilla Drive. So in doing that, remember, like I said, the first 911 caller, it appears to be that this is an individual that was standing here under the trees and kind of in between, tucked off, uh, you know. But one thing that kind of struck me too is that the cause, y'all, I noted it was 1:08 p.m. And so between 1:08 p.m. when this individual who's here, I'll show him to you. But this individual who made the 911 911 call, between the time he made that call and the second call, it's 6 minutes. And within, I guess, 15 minutes after that, well, I would say maybe 20 minutes after that, the coroner was there and pronounced the young man dead. So a lot happened real fast. Really, and let me say this too, that these guys are murderers. So going off of their account is problematic because murderers lie. So, I got to take it kind of from that standpoint and remember the statements they gave and the directions that they mentioned. It just, they liars. All right, so he stated that the young man was hauling ass down Satilla, and then he informed the officer the day of that he informed Travis, his son, that the guy was running down the street and let's go. Got his gun. His son got his gun, and as they mentioned in the thing, which was kind of crazy, is that once they got to the intersection of homes, and this is in the police report, that once they got to the intersection of homes, they noticed the young man running down Burford. So Burford, dead ends down here. Let me back up a little bit for y'all. But well, I don't even really know if it dead ends, honestly. But maybe that was an older map I was looking at. I'll show y'all too. But comes down here and turns into Zellwood. So now they stated they seen the young man running in this direction, but a unsuccessful attempt by Brian William Roddy failed as far as cutting the young man off, and he was heading back in the direction of the home that they said he was coming out of, which would be back up this way. Now, this street here, Burford, family, well, hold on, before saying that. So according to them, he started heading back up towards where he came from. but they pulled up on the side of him. This is according to them, as we see, that video wasn't the case, but they pulled up on the side of him, and he went around them and attacked them. So now, family, what I'm saying, what it's appearing is, if he was going down Beautiful for some reason within this 6-minute time frame, which I'm really not all the way for certain on, honestly, if that's the case, if it was an hour missing or if it was actually a 6-minute event, because the timestamps, they is crazy. But anyway, to the point that I'm trying to make here is that if he turned around and was heading back in the direction he was coming from, having to find out the location of where it happened. Remember, family, I told you, it was kind of troubling me because I couldn't really find where this happened according to the video. But then I had noticed those mailboxes. And what those mailboxes showed me, let me see if I can get over here to another. Now, before I show y'all, these Google Maps, they put them up there, but they don't be all the way accurate because some of them are taken 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it'll be all types of stuff that can get built or tore down in between the time that they posted. All right, so boom. So what I did, I had to go around the neighborhood through the Google Maps. Now, in the video, we noticed those 3 mailboxes, and they had all of this all over it. Now, this Google map is from 2014. So in 2014, 6 years ago, this was cleaned out. So now, that's why I was saying these maps can be a little crazy, but it's still accurate though, and I'm gonna show y'all too why. In that frame, when the young man, when I pointed out that, hey, it's hard to see here, but that fire hydrant in that street that was behind the fire hydrant. So this is the location, and this is Beaufort. So now the point that I want to make to y'all, family, is, I don't know if y'all can see this down here. That would be pretty convenient, but we'll go back. The young man is seen in the video that's, the one viral. What we're seeing is the young man coming up homes in this direction. Now, if the video shows him leaving the home, running down Scintilla, the 911 caller said he was hauling ass down Scintilla. The driver, Travis, stated that when they got to the intersection of homes, they seen him going down Beaufort. Okay, if you're going down Beaufort and Roddy stopped you and you turned around, some type of way you came back out of there and you got on this street, but was able to get at least to this point or this curve in the road, because we saw Roddy approaching, Brian Williams approaching as the road is bending. And so off of that bend, like I stated, I noticed that mailbox. And in saying that, let's go back. The young man, and remember, so it was moving slow. The camera, so I had to, really focus in. And, y'all can go back and review what I'm saying, so I won't eat up too much more time. But the young man tried to go through and around the truck, or, that the truck was right here. So he tried to go this way, and I was thinking to myself when I kind of seen the video, damn, why ain't he just cut back up through the houses or something, but as we seen when we first got over here, man, and you right here, if you go back up this way, you're going back from the way you came. But if you cut through them houses, we already know it's nothing but water around this. And that's why I was saying initially, it's a trap. And then the time that it took them to respond, the police officers, they was there pretty quick. But then from the time of the 911 calls to the time that you was chasing this guy to where he's killed, like my thought is, like, how was y'all able to accomplish this? Is this like some type of neighborhood watch? Like, they knew they seen him coming from further up the road or something? Because like I said, I'm gonna let y'all look at the video at the end. And y'all can break that down and notice him coming out of the house and the direction he ran. But within like 6 minutes, the second call comes in, which it sounds like the father on the truck shoots him, and then I guess he was pronounced deceased at like 146, 148. So within like another 15 minutes, like they there, the coroner's there. But anyway, so showing y'all that just to give y'all a little reference point of where we at as far as the incident, what route he must have took, and then the 307, like I had mentioned earlier, like why I had that on there. That's the address of the dude William Bryant. Let me zoom in on another. So I'm saying the young man runs down the street, and then if y'all can check it, but the distance between where you see this, where I'm at here, compared to where the house is located that they said he went into, it's like 1/10 of a mile, which is like, I don't know, maybe 102 yards or something. Like, it's not really no distance at all. But he got down there, and according to them, he went down that street. And so that street is where I was stating, man, if he would have went back there, man, that's, as I was, trying to find a location, like I'm looking at all these trees, like, either you can tuck off back there and get lost, or you can really get lost. And then I'm like, man, when I ended up peeping, like, hold on, this Joker's address that videotaped it. He coming from this same way. Like, so now the young man did, make it in this area, like, hold on, is you telling me that when he got down here, that it was a good chance that this dude, Brian Williamson, got a phone call or something? Like, how would you know within, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes that, you need to be here and we need you to cut this dude off? Like, it's just crazy. So he came down this street. Let me see. I think that's the house right there. Let me scroll up. Right now, I don't think he got this far. I mean, but this, like, again, it's not that far at all. I mean, honestly. But this is 307. And now, it's difficult. I mean, I'm not gonna be all into it, but I don't know what this is right here. This is a Toyota, Hyundai, but the car that Brian Williams was driving appeared to have a dark colored hood. So I'm only saying that to say, like, apparently, like, if the young man came down this way and then he got this guy approaching him in a car, and maybe not looking friendly, who's to say he didn't have a gun? He would have turned back around and he would have made his way back up this street. Now, that's only if he would have got that far, but I mean, that's the address of Brian Williams, so it's more than likely he came from this direction, and this is where the murder happened. on the corner of Holmes and Scintilla. Like I said, he tried to get up through here. Their truck was parked here, but he would have been going back in the same direction that he came from. I mean, I really don't know what the young man was doing. You know, like, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm going to show y'all this video now so y'all can take a look at it. But, yeah, I don't know, family. Like, you know, we know it's water back there. I mean, maybe he thought, like, you know, he just wanted to see, you know, how that house was coming along. Or, I don't know. I mean, you know, people be like, man, you shouldn't, you know, watch where you at. You know, you can't do so and so. So you telling me I can't job and be black and family? No, not while you at war. I mean, and don't confuse yourself. You know what I mean? Like, quit thinking shit all good all the damn time. Like, man, it's an absolute war going on, and I don't care about this Rona experiment and none of that. Like, all right, y'all keep thinking, you know, everything is peachy cream, and you supposed to be able to do this and do that. All right, okay. So, all right, this is the video that, you know, of him going into this home. And this home, now, I wonder if no, it ain't no biggie. But all right, so this is the house that was built, and over here on this side across the street, which was up under those trees, is where I was telling you this house is located at, where the caller came and made the 911 call. I didn't sync the 911 call up to this video, just because I was like, you know, I may be really leading too much with that. But I mean, if you're listening to it and then watching this visual, I mean, you know, you tell me if it seemed like this could be the character that made the call. All right, look, check this out. And so, and then the other thing, like, now this timestamp is 2:08. Now this is right at the time he supposed to went into this house and they made the 911 call. You see him walk up, which y'all can see he about to enter. And then kind of right in between the seconds and the hour hand, the hour stamp, it's a little white mark, and that's a chair. And so y'all gonna see this neighbor come kind of strolling over there while the young man, he's still in the house right now, so he ain't came out. But they did so much with this video in the second hands that you can see they moving fast. Now, if that's to say it only clicks on and records when it's motion, I mean, I don't know. I mean, but it's like, I don't know. I think they kind of sped it up for real. So as you see, the guy gonna come out, and so as he come out, he kind of like he stand behind the tree. He finished the phone call. It appears like, you know, he letting the police know. But again, like, I really now, like, that might have happened kind of quick and because of my feed, but you know, I'm gonna let y'all go back to that time stamp of like 12:13, 12:12. Once that car came up the street, is when the young man came out the house. Now, I'm just adding this here, and then I'm gonna let it run, and I'm gonna let y'all formulate y'all thoughts from the information. But what it appeared like, now, I don't know. Like, okay, like I said, I can't really figure out why he actually went off. You know, whatever. Cool, you ain't steal nothing. You ain't tear up no property to get in there. All right, whatever. No harm, no foul. But like within this 6 minute time frame, all of this happened. But then you got a timestamp to say 2 p.m. Now the call was made at 1:08, and I know sometimes stuff be set up different, but so much occurred within this 6 minute, 8 minute time frame. It's just like, I don't know. Like I said, either the time off, the editing on the video has been sped up a little bit, or those individuals had already thought out, conspired a plan to, I guess, I don't know, maybe not kill him. I don't know, but it was to get up next to him. I mean, so with that being said, let me see if he came out yet. And then like they sped it up, and I wanted to show it in real time of what they showed, so it don't like I did too much to it, but it's like, man, he bolts down the street. Like I'm talking about like skipping frames down the street. But then the same dude who made the call, okay, here come the car. And I'm talking about he gonna fly out of there. It's like crazy. Did y'all peep it? Let me see if I can just stop it and maybe highlight how crazy fast dude just hit this tree. I'm telling you. And then, like I said, I don't know. All right. Yeah, I don't know if what's going on, but it's crazy. And I would suggest that y'all get put it on the largest screen possible. So when y'all see this, it might help out with what's going on. But all right, let me see if I can highlight what dudes. All right, we got him. It's gonna be hard to see right here. I'm telling y'all, he is skipping down this street. He is like, it's ridiculous. He's right there, and then he gonna like fly down there. So, like I said, I don't know what they did with this or what, y'all, but let's see. All right. Let's see. If y'all caught that, but y'all can always rewind it and check it out or whatever, and see it for yourself. But yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, I definitely think it's obvious that 3 shots was fired. The son, Travis, only mentioned the 2, but once whatchamacallit got involved, the prosecutor, he mentioned 3 shots, and then in mentioning those 3 shots, in my opinion, that let it be open to the fact that the dad fired a shot from the truck bed. So let me see. I had one set up, but it ain't no biggie. Y'all can review what I said. The video is still staying. Yeah, these jokers is down there, that felt like they got away with it for like at least a whole month and a half or so, like, but unfortunately the young man lost his life. It appears, like I said, they hunted him, corralled him, whatever. But and then I pointed out like 1/10 of a mile is how far in distance from where the house was at to where the scene occurred. But like, man, I mean, my thought is like, damn, police chases take longer than that. Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, I really don't know how long they was chasing that young man, but I do know when he got to that intersection, like I said, he could have made a right and headed back up to where he was going, but one thing was for sure, he was afraid. And with him being afraid, it was like, I don't know if he was tired or what, but the option that he chose was to fight. And like, he wasn't gonna keep running. I mean, that's apparent. I don't know, family. I mean, I understand why he did it. Like, they're saying erratic behavior or whatever, but if you got three white men chasing you around the neighborhood, brandishing weapons, one standing on the truck bed, like, I mean, if you can't get up out of there, man, I'm gonna have to try to knock one of their heads off. Like, that's it. And then, so family, I think if you go back and look at that one portion, I think it's clear that this dude, man, he stood up on that truck and he shot that young boy. And in doing that, I think it's also clear that the shotgun was pointing down when we heard that third shot. But again, you know, for the third shot, I really should have linked in that for y'all. But it is what it is. I mean, y'all know what they do. So they're going to point him down. It looked like he grabbed his side, family. I'm telling you. Like, dude stood out that gun. You know what? Hold on. Where is that? All right. Now it appears right here he on the phone. This is what I'm thinking. He on the phone right here. I mean, I think that's that call to 911. I mean, but it's just like, there's always some bullshit in the mix with these people, man. Like, all right, so bang, I'm gonna let this play and I'm out of here, family. Now look, peep this. I'm telling y'all, they always. So he approaching. Dude is already outside of the truck. They wasn't driving on the side and he got out, but he running toward. He already know, like, damn man, these motherfuckers ain't gonna stop. Now, again, you know, he tried to make his way through there, and so what ended up happening is he, you know, he weaving. I don't know if he see the gun or what, but he done made his way to the right here, family. Like, I don't know. I wish he could have just, you know, I wish he could have got that gun off of dude. But boom, that's the stop sign of that intersection. He rushed, hear a shot, and they saying like they hit him in the hand or whatever. According to the report, I don't even know how true that is because he punched both hands. Like, I mean, these people be lying on so much. That's the second shot, heavy shot. Like, now, dude is leaning out of the truck bed, pointing at this young man. Now, watch this. Now, I'm telling y'all right there, stung him to the side. That's what did it. All right, y'all. That's it. Y'all saw it. Y'all seen what I seen. Like I said. So that's that for this one, y'all. If something else pop up, you know, and I see it, I'll share it with y'all. All right, y'all. Peace. 10.